Good morning and welcome to your fantasy football wake-up call every Sunday morning before the action starts. But I've got breaking news. We have an intro for the show finally. Well, if you were awake, you're awake now. I am joined with Joe Morley Sports from Friday Night Wars and multiple shows here on the Warzone Sports Network. Wish list from Fantasy Football Wish List. Scotty, how's it going? I see you put the little Scotty in there so that way they can address you by your damn name. How's it going, fellas?
It's on the birth certificate. I'm doing good, man. Football, baby.
Today's the day. Today's the day.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go 3-0, baby.
We're going to get into the fun action. We are going to answer your starts and sits questions right after we go through a little bit of prize picks. We're going to look at some of the picks that we landed last weekend. Jake is going to be making another appearance with his week 2 picks. Let's take a look at what you should expect from the show today.
But we have another J-Rob question right here. J-Rob or Corey Davis?
I'm sticking with J-Rob, and this is the reason. They're going against the Patriots, and what does Bill Belichick do really well? He takes out the other team's best player. I never thought I would say Corey Davis would be the best player on a team, but Corey Davis was the best player on the Jets last week, and Bill Belichick definitely watched his video, and he's going to stop Corey Davis and force the rookie Zach Wilson to look for somebody else.
Who should I start in that flex? Swift, CEH, Damian Harris, or Tyson Williams?
I'll let Scotty start with this one.
It's going to be weird. Damian Harris.
So you're only picking
against
one?
the Jets. Dude, I looked at it and I went, oh, Swift, if he's hurt. Oh, have Hilaire's the easy pick here. No, Damian Harris against the Jets. Me personally, I'm picking Damian Harris. But if you want to be more safe, Hilaire.
I'm going
Harris. Say it, Joe.
Fade the Saints. Fade the Saints.
This is razor close. This one's a lot closer just because Marvin Jones obviously isn't going to get the volume you're going to see Elijah Mitchell get. But I still like Marvin Jones as a little bit of a safer play. Let's watch Mitchell one more week and see if he does this again. Then next week, I think we can lock him into lineups.
Yes.
Tom Brady, and yes, you should start Gronk.
I'm starting Gronk. I think Gronk's going to have not a crazy year, not like old school Gronk year, but I think he's going to have a lot of touchdowns this year. I feel that coming.
All offseason, you heard that Mike Williams was the Michael Thomas of this offense, and that he was going to get more. He ran more routes on the Chargers team than Keenan Allen. He ran 46 routes, I believe, last week. So that's the guy that I was looking into all week this week of trying to acquire as well. So I like Mike Williams.
It's Mike Williams. He's stealing Zeke's spoon today in SoFi, and he's just going to be force feeding himself all day long. I like Mike Williams a lot.
Step into the war zone. 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 Step into the war zone.
Just keep stamping those right picks.
About stealing the spoon, Tony. Didn't quite steal it. But yes, that's what you can expect. We did land quite a few of our takes last week. Scotty, most of them, because he's our resident fantasy football. Will we call you an expert?
Yeah, an expert. Nobody's ever called me an expert. But we keep stamping those right picks, and we have our loyal followers hitting us up already. See, I can't even speak, so I can't be an expert if I can't speak correctly. But no, we have our loyal followers hitting us up already. We love it.
We will be getting to starts and sits, but first let's talk about prize picks for just a quick second. We are partnered with PrizePicks right now, so if you go to PrizePicks.com, go to the PrizePicks app, and use code Warzone when you're depositing your initial deposit. They're going to double it. What PrizePicks is, it's an app where you go in and you look at all of these over-unders, and you select 3 to 5 each selection or each ticket that you want to send in, and if all 5 of those land, you're going to win 10x your money. If 4 out of the 5 of those land, I believe it's 2x your money. If 3 out of the 5 you get, I think 0.5x your money. But anyways, You're trying to pick these over or unders correctly. Like I said, code Warzone at deposit, and they're going to match your deposit with $100. Pretty easy. Here is prize picks for today. Rafa and Luis, followers and listeners of the Warzone Sports Network, sent their prize picks in. What are you thinking here? I see Aaron Jones there. They're betting on that touchdown against San Francisco. That's a little tough already to start it off.
These are some good ones. Mine's in the middle. I didn't put my name on it, but that one's mine in the middle. I went with a bunch of over-unders on touchdowns, too, with DK Metcalf getting one today. I have Jacoby Brissett throwing an interception. Ooh, wonder why. Little bias there. Yes, I am.
I might copy you on these touchdown picks. I like these.
That's a good call, and this is a week where people are going to explode the big names, and I love your DK Metcalf pick. I think it's due that he's going to explode.
Yeah, I acquired DK Metcalf this week on my fantasy team, so
I see Eckler on here for rushing yards twice too. So interesting picks here. I think that you and Luis are going to be conflicting here with all these touchdowns being scored this weekend. Every superstar is going to score a touchdown this weekend, Joe.
Well, I hope Luis doesn't win money, but I hope I do because I had a great time. I put a prize picks up on Thursday. I went 4 out of 5 on Thursday. The Christian McCaffrey injury was a bummer. That was the only one that I didn't get over. I had over 50 yards rushing or 55 yards rushing. Without his injury, I would have went 5 for 5 and won big. So I'm riding high. I'm riding high on prize picks right now.
All right, you want to go to inactives or to Jake's picks next?
Inactives are not ready yet.
Okay, so we'll go to Jake's picks.
They're not official until around 8:30. So we'll give it a little bit. Let's go to Jake's picks real quick.
Let's go to Jake's picks, and we'll
come on, Jake.
After, but here he is.
Hasta la vista, baby. I am back with my week 3 picks. I'm taking the Cowboys over the Eagles. Psych! I lied. This is an Uno voice card. That means I will voice my pick to the Eagles. My heart is telling me to go with the Raiders. My mind is telling me to go with the Raiders. But my gut is telling me to go with the Dolphins. You know what? Screw my gut. I'm going with the Raiders over the Dolphins. Raiders. As a Super Bowl champion myself, I know a thing or two about winning. That's why I'm taking the Bucks over the Rams. Let's go, Brady! Sorry, Mike and Tony, but I'm taking the Chiefs over the Chargers. What is it going to cry about now? The referees again? If you think you can pick better than me, put it in the comments.
This is unfair. You can't put Jake early in the show because then everything else just goes downhill.
Now everybody's gonna tune already. They already got his picks, and we're done. They don't need it.
See you guys. Enjoy your games.
Yeah, that's it. It's over. Just kidding. Psych, Uno reverse card. I like that part.
That was awesome.
The entire video.
That was awesome.
He did great last week too. What was his record last week, Joe? Do you have it off the top of your head?
Well, he went 3-3. He went 3-0 in the first morning games, and then the Charger game got him because he went with the Chargers. He went with Dallas or whatever it was. I think he went with Seattle over Minnesota, and that was a tough game. And then the Sunday night game, what was that? I don't know. He went 3-0 in the morning, 0-3 in the afternoon, but that's why he cut it down to 4.
Chiefs Ravens. Dang. Now he's probably never going to pick the Chargers again. Yeah, I was all for his picks this week again until he went out there and said, "Sorry, Mike and Tony," and I knew what was coming next.
Jake's 8 years old. He writes his own work, his own stuff on there, his own jokes, and he does the beat on there.
That's awesome, man.
So that's all him. But
and we all picked the Chargers last week, I think. So
I think so, yeah. Because we can't stand them Cowboys.
That's a whole separate rant that I've gone on a couple times this week already, as it is.
So before we get into stardom and sit-ems, with you guys in the comments, there's a lot of comments building up. We will answer every single one of them. Hold on. This isn't a true inactive. It's not official, but it's going to be. Dalvin Cook not playing today. Ian Rappaport came out and said he's not playing. It's not official yet. The inactives will come out in about 8 minutes, But Ian Rappaport is usually 99.9% correct when he said something, right? So
you guys should have your handcuffs. Whoever has Cook should have Madison.
That's true.
There you go. There's our first one right there.
Of course.
It's already up.
Madison.
Honestly,
Yeah, go on. Go with it, Mike.
I'm gonna go Madison. Honestly, I
need to get the list of teams because I got to see where everyone. I don't remember who's James Robinson playing.
They're playing the Cardinals.
Yeah, they play the Cardinals this week, so it's not really a tough defense. But I'm worried about touches, man.
I'm going Madison too. I'll go Madison.
We're all three. All three going Madison.
Yeah, I'm not the Chiefs.
We need like a little sound effect. When we all agree.
We all three agree. Three agree. Yes.
Well, last week when we agreed, we landed most of them. Every time that we all were like, we are agreeing on this one, we landed most of them. And then when we disagreed, usually whichever one Scotty picked was right. So going forward for the rest of the show.
So you got that going for you right now.
Thank you. No, we all agree on Madison. McLaurin or Galladay?
McLaurin.
Here's my take. The Bills didn't allow over 55 yards to a receiver yet. I understand it's only 2 games, but I'm a Washington fan. Washington only has McLaurin. So will Galladay get more than 55 yards? That's what you're talking. I'm seeing McLaurin for he's not going to get any of those deep routes. He'll get 55 yards, maybe a touchdown. If you feel Galladay will do better than that, take that route. I don't expect a big game from Terry McLaurin.
My thing is Galladay's dealing with the injury, the hip injury that he had last year. It's back again this year. He really didn't practice much. He almost wasn't inactive this week. He's going to play. Looks like he's going to play. Do you want to take that risk if he comes in for one play and then he's like, oh, my hip's hurting again? We know what Terry does. We know he's going to go out there and make some plays.
Yes, and also if you're deciding, and it's tough, and I gave you the idea what McLaurin's going to do today, if you're deciding between the two, go with the better receiver, and that's Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you guys, and I agree with Joe's takes there with the injury concerns with Galladay. We're about to have the all three again, I think.
Three!
I will say this. If this is something for especially dynasty owners.
We need something for next week.
Dynasty owners of McLaurin is very rapidly approaching play every week status, no matter who he is. Very rapidly approaching that. And if he continues to do this against tough defenses, I think that he's going to be a guy that plays no matter what. He's entering that stratosphere. I really am a big fan of him and what he's doing so far this year. He looks different. Not like he looks like extremely better than he was, but he just has some more – I don't want to call it swag. I think maybe it's
confidence.
Just
it is.
Becoming a veteran, I think, and I love to see it. I love to see it.
Do I play Trey Sermon over Hilaire or Jonathan Taylor?
Dude.
So then Trey Sermon.
Oh, man. I hope this video makes it for next week. I'm taking Hilaire out. Hilaire's out. It's Trey Sermon or Jonathan Taylor. Oh my God.
Jonathan
Taylor.
Taylor.
I'm biased towards Sermon now. Jonathan Taylor, they're going against the Titans, right?
Yeah.
He's going to get go Jonathan Taylor because he's going to get the workload because Wentz is hurt. He's playing. I think Wentz is playing, but he's going to have to rely on Jonathan Taylor. Be more safe with Jonathan Taylor over Sermon, even though I love Sermon.
All three agree. Jonathan Taylor.
I agree. I'm going with Jonathan Taylor for the same thing. Wentz is hurt. They're going to hand him the ball. They're going to give it to him. Trey Sermon, he had a concussion last week. He cleared protocol. They say he's looking good in practice, but they have so many other running backs too that they have, and you never know like who's going to go off in there. This might be the week that we see Trey Sermon break out.
I just realized
we'll eat crow on it, but Jonathan Taylor right now setting your lineup is the safest pick to put in there.
This is my buddy Steve.
I like Mike's new camera.
Thank you, Steve-O.
I appreciate that. And that's a good problem to have, be deciding between those three running backs. I feel like all three of those guys are good for you. I've always been a CEH pessimist. Last week I defended him against Dame Time Harris. Never defending him again. I'll be going against CEH for the rest of the season. So I'm going to go Jonathan Taylor also. But if Trey Sermon does explode, don't be upset that you benched him. Be happy you got him for the rest of the season.
Okay, so Jakey the Snakey needs some desperate advice. He says, for who's Dalvin Cook, also have Madison if he doesn't play because Dalvin Cook's not playing. We already said that. Gibson, J-Rob, or Dame Harris.
This a pick 2 or 1?
Or we could do our order.
I would just do the order.
We could do the order. You want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
We'll do. I'm going to do Gibson, Madison, Damian Harris, J-Rob.
I like it. What do you think, Joe?
I would put Gibson first, yes. Damian Harris, is he 100% today? He had a finger issue. He's dealing with this finger injury.
He'll be fine with a finger injury.
I would agree with Gibson, Dame Harris, Madison, and then J-Rob. Is that what you said?
I said Madison over Damian Harris.
All right, let's do that. I'll lock that in with you.
We're going 3.
Yeah, I'll go 3 for 3, but I think Dame Harris and Madison is extremely close. So
I think Tony just got kicked out of this.
If you have an opportunity to put Gibson, Madison your RB1 and 2, and put Dame Harris in your flex, that's probably what I would do. I don't know who your flex play is, Jakey the Snakey, or even if you have a flex in this league, but yeah,
because
I don't think
you're looking at the defenses, right? Mm-hmm. And even though people love to believe that Buffalo still has a great defense, they're not as good as they've been like 2 years ago. People still put that Buffalo defense as they were like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at that. Gibson's a better runner. He can run all over him. Dame Harris and the Patriots are playing the Saints. Saints actually have a pretty tough run defense. So that's why we're looking at Madison to go against Seattle. And Seattle, we all know, Seattle's defense isn't that awesome. So that's why I'm rating Madison a little bit higher, even though he is the second string backup coming in behind Cook.
He's talented.
Gibby and Maddie.
Jakey has the same. They have the same running backs.
Wow, they just had a bonding moment.
Jake's the owner. Same old sports. Our man. Jake's the owner of this company.
Oh yeah, you didn't know that?
Yeah, clearly.
Jake runs this place. Like he hires, he fires, he does all that stuff. Making some great content. No way I dropped Madison earlier this week and someone picked it. Yep.
And I got to say, somebody in my league dropped Madison a couple of days ago, and they're hitting me up on texts. Hey, dude, I want him. I said, well, he's on waivers till next week, buddy.
Yeah, I was watching that game last week, and Cook was getting beat up, and so I asked in the middle of the game, I go, who has Madison? But he was already picked up. I was like, there you go. Also,
you're welcome.
Telling me to start Marvin Jones last week, won my game because of y'all.
This comment gets me hyped. This comment gets me hyped.
Yeah, save this comment. Thank you. I appreciate it. We want you to win. You're not in my league, so I don't care.
I saw his stat line. I saw his stat line and tracked it throughout the game, and every time he got another catch, I was like,
yeah, he's starting off on fire too. Rondale Moore, David Singletary for the flex.
See, this is a tough one because with the Cardinals receivers, you never know which one to go.
And Hopkins, he's going to play.
He's playing.
He is playing, I think. I think he's playing through injury.
You know what? I'm going to go with the risky one. I'm telling you I'm going to tell you to take more.
Thank you. I was going to ask who the Bills are playing. We were playing them. That doesn't look good, guys. That doesn't look good. Ignore my pick on this. No. I don't like the three-headed monster wide receivers. I usually avoid them. Go with David Singletary. And Washington has trouble getting the outside. Josh Allen's going to have a huge game. We're not going to beat the Bills this week.
So we're not agreeing on this one, but usually wish list is smarter than me, so it depends on who you like more, me or wish list. Mike, you want to make the final decision on it?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go Singletary because I'm a chicken, man. But I picked up more in every single lineup that I could pick him up because I think he's trending up. So
yeah, he is trending up. I hate the three-headed monsters. He's good. I'm not saying he's not good. I think Singletary's the safer pick.
There we go.
Boda. Morning, James and Boda Sports. What's going on, guys?
Boda. Let's make some trades, man. Come on.
It's one of three of my flexes.
Do I put Trey Sermon in my flex? The current people I have there.
Looks like that's another guy that's out today is Darrell Henderson. He's not playing today.
Yes.
So
Javonte Williams, you're hearing it now. He's going to go off today.
I know. I mean it.
Javonte Williams is going to put up like close to a 20-point fantasy game today. I'm saying.
So
He's getting in the end zone.
I don't know who you're going to put. Who's he going to put Sermon in the flex for? Is he going to take any
out of these guys? Current people I have in there is Javonte, Trey over Rondale Moore, Trey over Singletary.
I like Trey over all of the guys except Williams.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd keep Sonny Michel and Javonte Williams. I'd put Trey Sermon over Moore or Singletary. Trey Sermon, this is his opportunity. And Mike and Joe have been bored out of their minds listening to me rant about Sermon all year. So
no, I trust you.
Traded Sermon this week just to.
Oh, that's opposite.
I've been fighting for Sermon so bad in leagues that no one wants to trade him.
That's the opposite of what I've done. I'm safeguarding him. I've got people sending me offers for him, and I'm keeping him. I trust you, Scotty.
Thank you. Hey, a week ago I traded Jamar, Devontae. Jesus Christ! I went all on my brain.
And AB and Najee. He traded his team. Max Swift, Julio, Hawk, Bateman. Did I win or lose the trade? He traded CEH, Jamar Chase, Devonta Smith, and Antonio Brown for Najee. I don't think you won that trade, man. That's too much for Najee.
Who are your wide receivers? I also have Herbert.
Receivers are Julio,
Cock, Rondale,
and Judy.
You know what though?
He could have risked it. He had it, and I guess he's got C-Mac and Harris in the same team now. So that's a power team. I mean, your team looks like you have a ridiculously good roster. You could afford to lose those guys.
I think it was a good trade.
Traded the bench.
He got a good haul. Like you gave him a good haul of guys, but you got a workhorse back that Pittsburgh's going to just basically run to the ground this year.
Yeah. So we're going to go to the W, but that's just because of your strength of roster. I would never advise giving up those four for one running back and not like it's not even like you're getting Derrick Henry. You know what I mean?
Mike's right. You gave up more than you should have, but it doesn't hurt you with what you had. Yeah. So you were able to give that up. So Mike's right with what he said.
Here is Jakey the Snakey again. He said he can start Dame Harris over Corey Davis in his flex. If you guys think that's the moves, I think that's the move. The Jets are playing Denver today, and they struggled against New England.
Denver's secondary is good.
I don't know if Dame Harris is going to put up what he did last week, but I think even a little bit less than that's going to be better than Corey Davis this week. I think Corey Davis is a guy you look for the matchups, and you can use him.
I agree. Yes. Yeah, he's like a flex matchup guy. Good call.
Yeah.
Good call. What's up, TDs?
Hopkins is active. Yeah. We were just talking about that a second ago, too. Would you all start James White versus the Saints, Trey Sermon versus the Packers?
100% Trey Sermon.
Trey Sermon. I'm going Trey Sermon also.
Trey Sermon, my man. Go win your league.
I think that you can. Can.
Trey Sermon. This is his week, bro. I'll be watching.
Boda is a man that is not afraid to back his guys. So, and when he does back his guys, he usually lands it. And he'll back guys that we have never heard of before, like Granson in New Orleans, and people start picking him up all of a sudden. But always go Moore. He's leading in targets in Arizona. So there you go. Boda is on the Rondale Moore train.
Yes, and if you're not following Boda, go follow Boda.
That is true as well. Mike, it's not going well. My favorite football team, because I'm English, lost 1-0 like 10 minutes ago. Oh, he's talking about soccer, I think. Yes, and AJ lost last night. Can the Chargers make my sporting weekend better? Let's hope so. I will say this simply, Dab. I've had this curse going on where last minute before the game, I switched my pick based off of the inactives from one team to the other. So right now I have the Chargers selected to beat the Chiefs in my pick'ems. I'm going to switch to the Chiefs in order to try and play that jinx to my advantage and create a Chiefs loss. That's kind of my strategy. So it might happen because of my jinx. Odell. Oh, this is something interesting because I think the Bears are going to give the Browns a hell of a fight. The Browns are a little bit banged up. The offensive line is banged up. Jarvis Landry is out. Odell is in. Is he going to be able to come in and keep this offensive production going passing-wise for them the way Jarvis was before he got injured? What do you guys think about Odell this week?
I hate Odell as a person, but I'm playing Odell this week. I would play Odell. He's one of those wide receivers where you're like, if he's the only guy, he could actually break and get open by himself. He doesn't need another guy to take the defenses to avoid him. Odell is talented enough to find his space. Baker Mayfield has to just get him the ball. I don't see anyone else. You have that. Oh God, I'm losing Peoples-Jones or somebody.
Yeah, Peoples-Jones.
Peoples-Jones, and you got Hooper.
Schwartz.
Odell, if he's healthy, he's playing this week. Landry's out. He's going to take Landry's targets, and he's more talented than Jarvis Landry.
Joe? Oh, you're muted, Joe.
You drafted Odell, right? You drafted him for a reason. He's probably like your third receiver on your team already. So I don't know how much more better options you have than Odell. So if you have him, he's the number one wide receiver. He's going to get the number one looks. Put him in there.
Yeah.
Hopefully he shines for you, but I doubt you have any better options than Odell right now.
And don't expect Odell to just do Odell from 2014 numbers. Expect Odell to give you he's going to give you a good game. He's not going to, he can give you a 20-point game, but expect like the 10 to 15 point range.
Yeah, that young Odell is one of my favorite players all time. I love exciting players. So you'll see me like supporting guys like Cam Newton, guys like Odell, because during my like teenage years of falling in love with sports, those guys were going nuts. But I don't think he's ever going to reach that again, man.
No.
That shit failed, which is unfortunate.
So let me ask you this question. If you guys are starting a defense, would you start the Bears defense or the Browns defense?
I'm going with the Browns defense against the rookie.
Right? So that game right there, we're both thinking both defenses are going to play good, but
That's true.
I'm really interested to see what Justin Fields does today, and that's my guy. That's the guy I've been riding on. Me and Tony have been high on Justin Fields, but I'm kind of scared to play him this week because of the Browns defense.
Did you pick the Bears? Did you pick the Bears?
To win?
Yeah.
No. No. I'm not that crazy. Calm down.
I picked them. Stick with it. Rondell, Ayuk, or Rhodes? What do you think, Scotty?
I'm going Rondell Moore, because if you follow my TikTok or my Instagram, I said Ayuk is a bust this year, and he's proving me right so far. So I'm off the Ayuk bandwagon. I'm not hyped up about Ayuk, and even before the season started, I wasn't.
I'm going Henry Ruggs.
You're going Henry Ruggs, Jesus. I like Renfro over Ruggs.
I like Renfro over Ruggs because Miami is good on getting the outside receivers. If I had to pick between these, I'm taking Rondell.
I'm taking Rondell. I actually like Hunter Renfro over Ruggs, and
yes.
we got Joey as a Raiders fan. I think Renfro is more of a safe player. He's going to get your 5 catches a game. Just he's like that little. He's like a downgrade of Wes Welker.
Well, with Ruggs, you have to wait for that touchdown. You're going to be touchdown dependent with Ruggs. And yes, he has done it. So if Miami's going to blitz Derek Carr and he's going to throw it up there, you'll get your touchdown.
Won't happen.
But if you're looking for the targets, you're looking for the wide receiver, you're looking for that guy who's going to catch a lot of balls, it's third and Renfro, baby. Third and Renfro.
And especially if Hopkins isn't 100%, they're going to look Moore's way more often. So Rondell Moore over these two.
Go with Moore. These guys are outnumbering me here. But I will say this, that Miami defense to open up this year, they were good against New England's kind of piss-poor offense with no weapons. Once they saw a team with weapons in the Bills, they got ripped apart.
I wear mine backwards because I got that sweat stain. So I don't want
He wore that hat only once.
You're a hard worker, Joe.
I wore this hat to a buffet and I just went crazy.
Good food.
T. Higgins is inactive. Yes, inactives are ready to go, and I can read those off in just a few seconds. Last one, Tannehill or Rodgers?
Packers are playing the 49ers, right? Nighttime?
I would go Rodgers because Tannehill and usually it's a Derrick Henry game against the Colts.
And you know what I love? I love having a guy going into Sunday night or Monday.
Yes.
If you're going to choose between, give me the guy at nighttime, because if I'm you got the guy going in, especially if it's Aaron Rodgers. You're like, oh, awesome, Aaron Rodgers.
Derrick Henry has all their touchdowns this year so far, doesn't he?
Tony, are you playing me, Hunt or Mooney?
We got Tony Tucker, first time, long time listener, first time caller, long time listener. Welcome to the show, Project Dribble.
Guy looks whacked out. We should be careful with the words we say.
Hunt or Mooney?
Kareem Hunt.
Yeah,
I'm going Hunt.
a lot of people are down on Kareem Hunt. I think he bounces back this week. Relax on Kareem Hunt. He'll be good.
Especially with Jarvis out. I mean, that's just one less guy to fight for. I know Odell's back, but might get ready to go 0-3. 0-3 in the fantasy football league? I hope not, man. I had a great start, guys. I had Brendan Cooks in my lineup. So hopefully that's a good boost that's going to get me off to a good Sunday.
And this is a big week because 0-2, you shouldn't panic. 0-3, that's when it's trade season. Like when you're 0-2, you're like, all right, let's get that win. 0-3, you're like, all right, who am I trading? I'm trading somebody.
Well, I went to the Fab market. This is the 16-team league that we're talking about. So you guys all know how the depth works in that league and how you need to get as many people as you can. At 0-2, I'm starting to get a little desperate, and I spent way too much money on J.D. McKissic. But I just felt like I gotta punch my ticket, man. I gotta punch this ticket to 1-2. I gotta be 1-2. But I'm playing Joe Skirto, who's got a really good team. Damn it.
Well, you see in the messages, I'm trying to trade. I start trading from Tuesday to Friday. I couldn't get anything done. We're not even.
Oh yeah. You're trying to trade Mahomes, right? Did you ever get Mahomes out?
I'm trying to trade, but when I offer a trade, I want like talkbacks. Like I'm not going to give you the one that you're going to love right away, but let's talk something out. But I just get the rejections.
I always throw one or two more players in to make you reject it, but know that that's part of the deal that I'm going to do. Like, you take one player out, and I'm good. I know that I offered you one more player on your team that you're going to reject.
Yes. I'm the same way. Exactly. That's what I did.
I'm glad you guys just said this because I try and explain this shit to my buddies every single week, it seems like. They're always like, you send ridiculous trades. It's to start the conversation. This is the opener. Send me a counter. Send me a ridiculous counter back, and we'll meet in the middle.
Yep.
These are the core players that I'm willing to give, and those are the players I want. So let's start talking. I'm not going to give you the better deal right off the bat.
No, there's no way I'm going to go, and I'm not going to give you the deal that I think I'll make because I want you to short sell. I want you to shortchange yourself, and you take. I would have gave you 3 players, but you took 2 of them. Cool.
And I'm all the listeners. That happens in every single league. We're not trying to rip you off. It's a starter. Talk it out. Talk trades out. It's not. Don't.
There are some people.
Don't just reject it and it's over. Like talk it out. And you might still not do it, but you'll have a better idea.
Unless it's me, then just accept it right away.
You got it. AJ, you're good.
Like I have one of the guys in my league. He's watching right now, but Lewis, the guy who put in the picks. Lewis is notorious for picking up waiver wire claims on Tuesday morning and trying to trade them. No, dude, don't do that crap. We're talking about making actual trades of good players and offering. Don't pick up a guy off a waiver wire and be like, all right, I'm trading you for your best player. It don't work like that.
No.
TDs, what's up, man? He had to pick up the Giants defense this week. Not proud of it, but does he start him over the Rams? I would say yes.
Yes, and I'm going to make you feel a little more comfortable. I have a Bucs defense in one league, and I picked up the Giants defense. Giants are an underrated defense.
I'm going to make you even more comfortable. I have the Rams defense. I picked up the Giants defense in there in my start.
We are all going Giants defense.
Hey, like I told Mike, like I told Mike, Winston put up 55 points on this Rams defense 2 years ago when they were at their peak, and they're not at their peak anymore.
Yeah, man.
And now you got Tom Brady.
TB.
Well, my wide receivers are Metcalf, Cup, Odell, and Marvin Jones.
Holy sugar. Holy Jesus.
So you're playing all 4 of them? Or are you going to
You could.
I'm guessing you're playing all 4, 1 in the flex, and you're good to go if you're a 3 wide receiver league. If not, I would go with the first 3 and then leave Marvin Jones out to this week. That's my ranking.
Metcalf's due to go off.
I like it. Metcalf's going off. He's going off this week.
How's Zeke going to go off this week?
I'm not sold on this whole people saying that Pollard's taking over for Zeke or whatever.
He's not.
Funny conversation.
You're supposed to downgrade Zeke because Ralph is in my league and we're trying to get him to trade him.
All right, Ralph, you should trade him to Joe for his pickup this week. Wait, Joe, you picking up Renfro? Pick up Renfro. You should definitely trade Zeke for Renfro. No, Zeke's the man there, dude. He has one bad week. You guys are going to slam him over the head.
It wasn't even a bad week. He scored. I mean, he had a decent week. It's just that, like this is a good example of looking at the stat line versus watching the game.
Yep.
You look at the stat line and you see Tony Pollard's numbers and you go, holy crap, that guy went off. You watch the game and you see the plays that Tony Pollard broke those big runs. The hole is the size of a semi-truck. Zeke would have broke that. That wasn't Tony Pollard being better than Zeke. That was Tony Pollard being in on the play that the offensive line cleared up a huge hole for him. And it happened twice during the game, and he had a few other nice little carries. Overall, the Chargers' run defense is awful. So,
I agree
what you want with that. But
and to make that more clear, if you had Zeke Elliott and somebody else had Pollard, if somebody offered you Pollard for Zeke Elliott, would you accept that? If you would, you're going to lose. You don't trade Zeke Elliott for Pollard because Zeke Elliott's better.
Oh, thank goodness! I just saw the Joey Bosa one. Not fantasy related, but he was game time decision.
Yeah, you're right.
Different receiver goes up in there. Rafa knows the art of the deal. He knows what we're talking about. Before we get into anything else, let me go to the inactives real quick.
Let's do it.
Before we get there. So Arizona, let's see if there's anybody. Andy Isabella, you shouldn't be having him, so you should be all right. Russell Gage is inactive for Atlanta. These guys saw that came out earlier this week.
Calvin Ridley.
So you're going. I did trade. T. Higgins is inactive for Cincinnati. We're trying to go through them real quick. So,
Boyd, Chase.
Houston already played. Let's see. Marlon Mack. See, Marlon Mack's been bad. Everybody believes. This is what. Who's Jacksonville playing again? My bad. Jacksonville is playing Arizona. This is why you want to go Arizona wide receivers today, because C.J. Henderson, Trey Herndon, the cornerbacks are both out of the game.
Oof.
Jeez, man.
Oh my God.
Rondell Moore.
Chris Harris not playing for the
Tyler Murray fans are like.
I have him in one.
Oh, shit.
Deontay Johnson, if you didn't know already, he's out. T.J. Watt's out. So if you're Pittsburgh, you got anything? Caleb Farley, the cornerback for the Tennessee Titans, is out. And that's about it. Nothing really major yet. You got to watch the afternoon ones.
Cook is doubtful?
Well, Cook is not on the morning one. He's playing in the afternoon, right?
Oh, okay, so it'll be later.
Where's he at? Where's the Minnesota game?
They're playing the Seahawks, so yeah, it's gonna be afternoon.
But Ian Rappaport has already came out and said Cook is not playing.
It might be is it the Sunday night game? No, it's Packers 49ers Sunday night.
It's an afternoon game. The afternoon inactives don't come out until 11:30 our time, which is 12:30, 1:30, 2:30 Eastern. But Ian Rappaport came out and said he's not playing, so that it's not there yet. Should I start Odell? And I don't know how I feel. Yes, if you shouldn't. We already talked about Odell. You should start him. He's the number one wide receiver on that team right now. Jarvis Landry's out. You probably don't have a better option than him. If you have a better name than him, start him. But Odell Beckham's probably your best bet on that on that side right there. Sweet.
Who are your other options?
Yeah, my brother's gonna get on and ask some questions before I kick off. You're good.
Thank you, Darius Slayton or Jared Cook.
Slayton or Jared Cook?
Jared Cook's been a little bit disappointing as a Chargers fan. I expected him to be our red zone go-to. He did have a touchdown taken off the board last week, so that would have made last week a little bit of a saved week, I guess, with that touchdown. Slayton's been tearing him up a little bit. I think I'm going to go Slayton.
I'm going Slayton.
They're playing the Falcons. Mike. Has Jared Cook ever not been a disappointment? Everywhere he goes.
This isn't
when he was playing when he was with the Packers, everybody thought Jared Cook and Aaron Rodgers are going to tear it up. Then he went to Oakland. He had a good time in Oakland. And then he went with Drew Brees, and everybody's like, "Oh, him and Drew Brees going to get together." Then we all thought Herbert and him. No, he's been a disappointment everywhere he goes.
Joe, dead on.
Well,
dead on, dude.
He's not necessarily. I mean, fantasy wise, like watching him play, he looks good. He still is good. The Chargers haven't had the opportunities to get down there. So fantasy wise, he's been a disappointment. Play wise, he's given us what Hunter Henry was giving us. A guy that can block and go catch passes.
I tried to make a trade with Ralph. He don't want to do it. I picked up 4 guys this morning off waivers, sent it for Zeke, and he said no. That's his loss.
Wuss.
Guess he doesn't want to win, huh? Guess he doesn't want to win. Mooney or Julio?
Julio.
I'm becoming the biggest Julio fan on the planet, Steve, because I've been trading A.J. Brown, and I don't want to be wrong about that. So
Julio.
Julio. And I say that like Emilio. You ever seen that movie, The Mighty Duck? He goes, or Night at the Roxbury's? Never mind.
Watching Julio play, and you guys can maybe correct me, but I watched him play, especially last week, and I'm like, this looks like the same Julio, which is kind of frightening. But we'll see.
I want Tony back. Tony gets my movie rep.
Joey, he picked one of your favorite players.
I do like Tim Patrick. And I'm starting to like Rondell Moore. So and we just talked about how many cornerbacks are missing from Jacksonville. Jacksonville's a crappy team. Urban Meyer thinks he's not. Did you see that? I'm playing Alabama every week. Yeah, no shit. And when you took that job, you didn't think there was going to be a tough job, Urban Meyer. Man, this is a tough one because I like Tim Patrick.
Yeah, they're playing the Jets too.
They're both playing bad teams.
But I'm thinking my upset of the week is the Jets over the Broncos.
Ooh. Wishful thinking or actual thinking?
Wishful. Actual.
Me too.
Dang.
What's AJ Green doing this year?
He has a touchdown. But
he had a good game last week.
He has targets. I think he's gotten more than 6, 8 in week 1. I think 6 in week 2. So he is taking some targets. I think. It's so tough because
I actually looked at AJ Green off the waivers this week. That's how good he did last game.
The Broncos kind of fed Cortland Sutton like an animal last week. It was
Rondale Moore
run game. So I think I'm gonna go Rondale Moore. I don't think Tim Patrick's necessarily a bad play. Joe, maybe you can swing this. I don't have a good argument for either one of these guys. I think it's gonna be a blowout, Denver and New York. So maybe they start running the ball early in that game.
I think Patrick is more of the safer pick because he gets the red zone targets. He'll get that when they're down in the end zone. He'll get it. But they're both like the third or fourth option on their team. So this is a very tough one. You guys are going Rondell Moore. I'm going Tim Patrick. Woo woo!
All right.
Dylan, we're screwing.
Even though I don't think you go wrong with either one of them. So I think you're good with
they're in the same boat, but Rondell Moore.
I'm trying to trade Zeke in my league, and I offered Montgomery and one of my wide receivers and my bench, and the guy is thinking about it. Depending on what you offer with Montgomery, you can get him thinking. But right now, I wouldn't do Zeke for Montgomery straight up. No, I still hold on to Zeke.
Would you do Montgomery and Jerry Jeudy for Zeke? He's injured, but he's coming back in a few weeks here.
Montgomery and Jeudy for Zeke. I'm holding on to Zeke.
Cool.
I'm holding on to Zeke.
So there you go. There you go.
Rafa, if you're still listening, plug your ears. Trade Zeke. No, I'm just kidding. Robert Woods is going to bounce back sometime. Yes.
Sometime, not this week. I benched Robert Woods for Marquis Brown this week.
Ooh. I don't know.
I like that move. Is Marquis Brown's healthy, ready to go?
Yeah, I hope so. I know he was questionable, but I benched Woods for Marquis Brown, but that won't be long term. That's just for this week.
Calvin, you go Calvin Ridley and Ty Lockett.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm the same. Right that way.
What are your
Arizona tight end Max Williams? I don't have any thoughts on him.
My thought is you're in a deep league.
There's too many weapons.
I would go Foster Monroe over Max Williams.
Too many weapons in Arizona, man.
If you don't know who Foster Monroe is, look it up.
We're questioning Rondale Moore, who is more talented than Max Williams. So Max Williams is not even a thought on our brains.
Yeah.
And a lot of that passing game is Kyler Murray, like making things happen outside the pocket. His guys that are gonna be his emergency options are D-Hop, Rondale Moore, guys down the field.
So, if he should start.
This is my CH or Tim Patrick.
Oh, CH.
Go Hilaire. I mean, I know everybody is on the decline for Hilaire, and I understand it, but I'm not.
How are you the number one running back in the top offense in the league?
Yes.
And you aren't doing anything. You aren't doing anything.
Well, I'll say this: the Chargers' run defense is Bass without the B. So I mean, CEH should have opportunities today. I don't know.
But he has opportunities every week. They're going
to throw a lot. I'm not taking Tim Patrick over him. That's too.
I'm not giving up on Hilaire yet. Joe is saying everything correct. Like, he's dead on. I can't give up on Hilaire. His situation is just too good. Oh my God, it's annoying. It's frustrating because Andy Reid usually smashes out amazing running backs, and Hilaire is. Oh my God.
And if I was
giving
setting my
goal.
lineup and I had these two, of course I would put Hilaire in. I would put him over Tim Patrick. I like Tim Patrick, but if I'm setting my own lineup, I'm putting CH in just because of the potential alone that he has. And it's only week 3, so we got to keep riding him. But at one point, we got to start thinking about, like.
And
would you guys play Marvin?
I'm not giving up on Hilaire. I'm not giving up on Hilaire. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mikey.
Go ahead. No, you're good.
Would I play Marvin Jones over Hilaire?
Yeah.
No.
You got to go Hilaire here. Man.
I'm a running back whore. I love running backs, but I'm putting Hilaire. Like when the season started, he was a 2nd or 3rd round draft pick, usually 2nd round. Now he's in the Damian Harris level.
Mm-hmm.
Like he dropped himself to Damian Harris level. He's still above Tim Patrick. He's still above Marvin Jones, but he's heading towards Marvin Jones and Tim Patrick rather than back up to round 2. So.
Oh no. Rafa's tuned in. He's watching closely. So the price just went up, Joe.
Here's just
he wants you to send Jerry Jeudy and what was it, David Montgomery now?
Yeah. Max Williams had a good week last week. He had like 15 to 16 points. Hey, he had a great week and nobody cared.
Yeah, Jawan Johnson from the Saints had a great week. In week 1, you'll never see him again. He had a lucky week, dude. It happens. And you know what? Max Williams might have a good game this week. I guarantee he'll suck the week after that. Max Williams should not even be rostered.
Who was it that had a great week in the Browns last week? Yeah. Felton? Are we picking up Felton because Felton had like 15, 16 points last week?
Right. Exactly.
Flash Johnson, what's going on? Jalen Hurts or Justin Fields?
Ooh.
No. Jalen Hurts.
It's Jalen Hurts.
You can't. Jalen Hurts.
I like Jalen Hurts against the Cowboys. Cowboys are a little bit improved. Justin Fields, I do believe in. Like I already talked about Justin Fields. I think they're going to move the ball a little bit today, do some surprising stuff, but he's going to make some mistakes. He's going to fumble the ball. He's going to throw a pick probably. So go with the safer one right now. But Justin Fields probably long haul. I like that.
Today we find out if the Eagles. Go ahead, Scotty.
Jalen Hurts is this year's Kyler Murray. He had 199 passing yards last week, and you're like, yeah, that's horrible. But he had like 20 fantasy points. He's just dude, he's the Eagles' offense. I know Justin Fields, I like his upside, but Jalen Hurts is proving he's doing it compared to the upside. Go with the guy who's proving it right now.
And I ride storylines too a little bit just because I used to play football, so I know what can be like in the head before a game, especially a game against a division rival like this. If the Eagles want to show the world that they're going to compete for this division this year, like all their fans are saying they're going to come out highly motivated in this game against Dallas. They have to. Even if they lose the game, they have to play a good game. They have to play them close. So I think they're going to come out and they're going to play them close, and Hurts is going to put up points. But being in this predicament, Flash Johnson, this is a good predicament. Because you're going to be able to trade, in 2 weeks, you're going to be able to trade one of these guys for a haul.
Yeah.
Next one. Trey Sermon, Cordell Patterson, or DJ Chark?
Sermon.
DJ Chark. Nope, I'm not saying that. I was just singing the song, but what happened to DJ Chark?
I'm upset. What happened to him? Marvin Jones happened to DJ Chark.
Trey Sermon's going to get the Eli Mitchell hype after tonight's game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cordell Patterson is your receiving back. People get high on him because his points are up because he's the receiving back. Mike Davis is still the running back there, still the number one guy. So you got to hope that they're down and he comes in again. But Trey Sermon should be getting that starting nod today. We've talked about it. I know I'm down on Trey Sermon just a little bit because of the injuries and stuff, and I already traded him. Scotty's still high on him. He did fit that offense better in preseason. Everybody talked about Trey Sermon and how he fits that offense. He's finally going to get his shot. So if you were picking between these three, you take your shot with the rookie, you take your shot with Trey Sermon, and you go against that Packers defense.
And last time I checked, Mitchell is still hurt, right? Like, this is Trey Sermon's backfield, I think.
Yeah, he should be going.
Like, Hasty's hurt, Jeff Wilson's hurt, Mitchell's dealing with an injury. I hope Mitchell doesn't end up playing because that would kill my This is Sermon's spot right now, man. I hope Mitchell doesn't not a thorn on the side, but Trey Sermon should explode, and he's going to be the hype talk on Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, and so far the running game for the 49ers has been insane, like it is every year, but so insane that making Kittle, not a good fantasy play right now. That's how great the running game's been. And correct me if I'm wrong, even including Raheem Mostert, I think Trey Sermon is the most talented guy in that backfield. He's just waiting to be groomed. He's waiting for his opportunity. This week may be his opportunity. Cordell Patterson intrigues me, though. I love that guy. Everywhere he goes, he contributes. I don't know.
I like him. No, I would love him on my team. He's like our J.D. McKissick. I love Cordell Patterson.
Yeah.
Just traded Zeke and Mixon for D-Hop and Gibson.
Oh, boy.
That's a big deal.
Wow. You gave up 2 good running backs, but, I mean, you got a Boston receiver and that's a fair deal. I personally wouldn't because I love running backs, but if you're not as sold on running backs as me,
you should have asked for one more depth receiver in this. And then,
Joe, what'd you say?
I don't like Mixon, so I think he did it. Really, I'm looking at it as more like Zeke for D-Hop, and the other two are kind of.
I like Gibson. I think you're upgrading from Mixon to Gibson, and I think, I like your take, Joe. I think that this is a pretty even trade, Spida.
Yeah.
With it leaning your way a little bit if you have a running back like a Dame Harris or somebody on your bench that you can use.
Yes,
he has nobody else. Yeah, he has nobody else.
Trade in who your number 2 running back is after this trade.
What if he has Javonte Williams on his bench? That'd be awesome.
Oh God, yes.
Or Trey. Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. Yes.
So, anyways, Michael Carter to Rojo.
Michael Carter.
What's the Jets
playing Denver?
I'm avoiding the Jets. As Joe says with the Saints, avoid the Jets.
This is a bad place to be, Flash Anderson Johnson, whatever your name is, but I'm going Rojo.
Anderson Johnson. I'm going Michael Carter. I think Michael Carter started to come out last week. We've been waiting for it. Same thing like Trey Sermon. Michael Carter and Trey Sermon were 2 of the most talked about running backs this offseason, rookie-wise. I know he's going against a tough defense. Bradley Chubb is out for the season or for a while. It's only a matter of time until the Jets get it correct. And I don't know why I'm thinking this is the week. I could be dead wrong.
It's been years, Joe, of the Jets trying to get it correct.
Well, I'm not saying the Jets are going to go on a 10-0 run. I'm just saying that they're going to win a game one time.
Their ceiling is to win the game this week.
Yes, their ceiling is 8 wins.
I'm Ronald Jones.
I hope, Joe, I'm with you. I hope they do upset the Broncos. That'd be awesome.
Corey Davis or Michael Carter?
Oh, my God.
They're going to be throwing more than running.
What's up with all the Jet stuff?
Corey Davis.
Trade these 2 for somebody. Compare these 2 together.
No, don't drop them.
I'd probably play Michael Carter. Same offense. I'll take the running back against a tough defense.
Yeah, I'm going with they're going to throw the ball more than run the ball. So I'm going with Corey Davis. Jets are a horrible team.
I don't have a coin to flip.
Your bench. Replace these guys with whoever's on your bench.
Call heads or tails, and you win a piece of shit either way.
That's kind of rude.
Put the guy on your bench in.
I'm taking Michael Carter. I told you I'm high on Michael Carter this week.
Let's go, Joe. Michael Carter.
Put it on the board.
He's going to be right, though. He's going to be right.
I have Eckler, too. So, okay.
Oh that's my God. You won.
Yeah, he won.
Popping bottles. Let's pop a bottle. You won that. Eckler, you won.
Eckler
get the table.
Get the
Eckler's
table.
going to get in the end zone.
Yeah, I loved your show this week, Scotty. It was a great show.
It was.
If people haven't watched it, they need to go back and watch it. It actually has been hitting pretty. With that little clip that we put on Instagram has hit pretty good.
And on YouTube, the Washington fans are showing up. They start showing up this week, so I think you're gonna start seeing people start showing up more often. Anyways, Eckler in the end zone today. I like it. Chargers are putting up 31 on the Chiefs and winning 31-28.
Ooh, bet the over then that game. That'll be an exciting scoring game.
If the refs don't show up today and want to be the MVPs again.
How are the Chargers' run defense? For any hilarious questions, like
our run defense is awful,
and they have people hurt today.
Awful, and we have banged up linebackers and banged up defensive players, defensive linemen. So our run defense is pitiful. So if you are looking at matchups for CEH, I will admit that the Chargers are the one to go with. But the Chiefs do throw the ball a ton, so I don't know if they're going to completely change their game plan because of the little old Chargers.
Right.
We'll move on to her here. Oh, perfect one for Washington fan. Logan Thomas doing anything today?
What do you think? You think he is, Scott?
I said earlier in the show that Bills have not allowed a 55-yard receiver this year. It's only 2 games. But if McLaurin's getting covered because he's clearly the best receiver on Washington, Heineke has to look elsewhere. And who's the number 2 target? Logan Thomas.
Give me a Heineke. Start the day off right.
Stat line, 6 catches, 78 yards, and a tub. Logan Thomas. Give it to him.
Logan Thomas a touchdown today.
Logan Thomas 2 touchdowns today.
Oh, there you go.
Boom!
Put that out, Mike.
Get that
boom
next week, baby. I like it.
If that goes, we gotta clip that out. Put it there. 2 touchdowns. My brother is still at work and couldn't make it today. He's still at work. He wanted to start Van Jefferson or Corey Davis. Ooh. Okay.
Oh. Go Corey Davis.
You want me to get?
How's the Bucs getting any receiver?
It's you know where you have that throw up in your throat, but it won't come up, but you can taste it. That's this question, and I'm going with Corey Davis, and it's right here. Just taste it. I taste it.
I don't know.
Got an idea.
I really like the Denver defense. I think they might actually just completely destroy the Jets, honestly. I don't know. Van Jefferson's got a tough matchup also. But the Bucs have been giving up points. I mean, they gave it up to Atlanta a little bit, and they gave it up to the Cowboys a little bit.
Yeah.
This is another heads or tails. You're getting a poopy situation.
Van Jefferson.
I'm going Van Jefferson. That's what I was about to say anyway. So thank you to the wheel. That was pretty quick, Joe. I'm impressed by that.
I'd go Corey.
Clip that out.
That's
Clip that
what
out. We're gonna give the wheel. We're gonna give the wheel a Price is Right ding next week.
Yeah, we got to come up with a buzzer that when we all get it, all right, it's like yeah, and then we got to come up with a 50-50 wheel. Like that.
That's funny, man.
Drake or Javonte? Oh,
Javonte.
I think both of these guys are having good games today.
Yeah.
That's
a good choice.
Javonte.
Javonte, I see 100 yards and a touchdown today. 100 total yards for Javonte and a touchdown.
That's my one regret is that I traded Javonte earlier in the season.
Joe, you were so high on him all offseason. You got him
but I told you I screwed up in the draft. Like I got so high on him that I screwed up and I took him like 4th round.
Oh, you read.
And he was my number 1 running back, and I needed to make some changes. Either way, I love trading. So if you guys, if Rob Cole, you're in my league, and if you're watching and you want to trade, shoot it. I even told him last night.
Javonte is going to outperform Melvin Gordon. He's going to have 100 total yards and a touchdown.
Give Javonte his damn number. Give this man his
number. How much I wanted Javonte back. I offered him last night. I said, send me Javonte, send me Devontae Adams, and I'll send you DK Metcalf and Calvin Ridley, and we'll call it a deal. That's how much I wanted him back.
That's a trade right there. That's an offer. Like, I like how many like team altering trades you make, Joe. Like, I'm really good at picking up, like turning 2 bench players into a really good starter. Like, I traded CD Lamb's not a bench player, but he's a flex play for me in that league. I traded Darrell Henderson and CD Lamb for Aaron Jones after his week 1 terrible game. And that's turning out to be a great move. But like Joe will be like, I will trade you my 3 best players for your 3 best players.
I'm not afraid to make the big deal. Like, I'm not afraid to do it. Like, if we're gonna trade, we're gonna trade. We're gonna get it done. And I'm not attached to anybody. So if you see me, like I just brought on This week alone in my home league, I brought in Calvin Ridley and I brought in DK Metcalf. Did I trade some people? Yes, I traded Patrick Mahomes. I made some moves, but I'm not attached to anybody. So if anybody's watching and they want Calvin Ridley, come on over. Like as soon as you see me with somebody, I'll trade it again. If I think it's improving my team, I'm going to make the trade.
This is why you have a belt.
Yes, and if you ain't trading, you ain't trading. We say that all the time. You can't just sit there. And to me, I'll trade. If I have to change my team up every week, I'm going to change it up if I think I'm winning. That's just me.
The Thomas stat line, Washington's going to be behind. They're not going to win this game. Heineke, even if it's in ugly fashion, he throws for 300 yards, man, and it has to go somewhere. So, Logan Thomas, he's the number 2 target.
You're really down on your own team. Like I'd be like, we're going to be right in until the end.
I'm realistic, dude. I want another quarterback. I know this Heineke. I'm not on Heineke. I like him for this year. Next year, I want that stud quarterback.
His brother's 0-2, if you guys can't tell by the options that he's asking us. Oh, crap. Taking shots. Fantasy football therapist. That's good, man. One day you're going to have to get on the show with us anytime.
Yes. Throw me a counter offer on the trade I offered. I understand I was asking for a lot. I get it. But let's talk it out.
The therapist will be good.
Talk it out, man. Yeah, he's a good guy.
He'll keep us all level-headed.
But I'm going to the Raiders game today.
There you go. That's right. You're gonna watch the team win today. Then how about that?
Yeah. And just please don't promise me you're not going to be one of those people who paint your face.
Boo the Raiders, Spider season. Boo them.
Who do I start? I could add 2 running backs.
2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex out of Jonathan Taylor, Austin Eckler, Antonio Gibson. Holy crap! You're
play the running backs. 2 running backs, and then as the flex, the other running back.
Yeah,
and
I'm lowballing Terry McLaurin this week. I love Terry McLaurin, but out of these guys you have, AJ Brown will outperform Terry McLaurin this week.
Amari's playing. He has a rib injury. Amari Cooper has a rib injury. He is playing, but that's tomorrow night. But they took him off the injured reserve, injury report, so he has no designation. So that means he is playing, but his ribs are still but yeah, you got to go the running back. So I would go 3 running backs out of it, and I'd probably go Taylor, Austin. Well, yeah, the 3 running backs, and then I go AJ Brown and Amari Cooper. And I hate doing that because I love Terry, scary Terry so much. But
Terry McLaurin,
I just got this.
You should play Terry.
there it is.
It's the Amari Cooper sign ball that I got. So I'll go with it's a sign, right? It's a sign.
It's on the screen.
That works.
Sign. I don't even know what I would do. I would be trading my. If this was my team, I would be trading my receivers. I'd be keeping Terry McLaurin and trading Amari and AJ Brown. I can't stand the inconsistency of these guys, man. And AJ Brown's just because they've loaded that offense up. Amari Cooper's offense is loaded as well, but he claims to be the best receiver in football. And last week he put up 2 points in fantasy. This is what I was talking about on all the preseason hype. And I dare say his name, Jay the Plug. I fucking told you. He does this every single year.
Yeah. And I got to say.
And that's great because I love clapping cheeks.
This guy's come to the channel to save cheeks. Like, obviously it's not cheeks if you keep coming back, VA Money Group. I hope that doesn't stand for Veterans Affairs, man. Coming in here using Veterans Affairs and talking cheeks and all that kind of stuff. We ain't about it.
I think it's the QB class is trash. You know what isn't trash, therapist, is me offering you Mahomes.
Make the deal, therapist.
VA Money Group L, bro.
Thank you, Spider.
Great. Thank you, Spider. I appreciate it, man. That's great.
Hey, VA loves this channel because he comes back every stream we have. And we continue to put his comments on the board because why not?
He's raising our engagement, so he's actually making the channel better. I'm wondering maybe that's one of Notch Burner's accounts.
Maybe. Juju or Hollywood in the flex.
Ooh. Ever since that Hollywood's had he had a whole ass change.
Big Ben's injured. but Deontay Johnson's out. Big Ben's hurting, but Deontay Johnson's out. So it raises Juju up just a little bit.
Hollywood looks so good.
I know.
Like he is doing what I thought he was going to do last year. Last year he was this year I think he gets it. He's like wide open, and they're going against Detroit. And what's his name is hurt. Their top corner who they got out of Ohio State. Their cornerback who they first round pick out of Ohio State is out for weeks. Yes.
Okuda.
So Marquis Brown gets open, dude, and with Lamar Jackson running back there, it gives him more time to get open, and he's so fast. He's Hollywood. I'm riding the Hollywood train. He has 6 catches in his first 2 games. Both games, 6 catches.
Yeah, and Aaron Rodgers could have used his left hand this last week, and that's how bad the Detroit Lions defense was.
Yes, right. Hollywood, man. I have Hollywood over Robert Woods this week.
Same Old Sports. That's a massive L. This channel is one of the best on YouTube. Thank you, Same Old Sports. We appreciate the compliment, the kind words.
And a little congratulations.
Even though you like a division rival, I guess we could still be friends.
Yeah. I want to plug this real quick. Congratulations to us. We hit over 100,000 views on YouTube. Woo!
Channel.
Not a lot of channels have been able to do that. We are one of the channels to do it. We've done it
These guys are the best.
4.5 months, Joe? 5 months?
Crooked. Yeah, these guys are the best.
6 months.
6 months? Yeah, our Cheeks channel hit 100,000 views in 6 months, guys.
Mikey and Joey doing things with Tony.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. Congrats.
Well, Tony's the real superstar.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Tony.
Well, we don't love Tony.
Sometimes. Same old sports fan. Thank you, Spider. That's very nice. AJ Brown.
This is what I'm talking about right here. Football therapist throwing facts out today. I believe this too, and I tried my hardest to get AJ Brown all week, and I couldn't get him in a couple leagues. I know Mike is against it because Mike has been trading AJ Brown.
I think he's gonna have big weeks still, though. I will say that. I hate having guys that not have like bad games that are like 10-point games or 12-point games or 15-point games. Like their bad games are 1, 2, 5-point games. That's so painful that happens, 5 times a season. And it's just the offense he's in. Every once in a while, Derrick Henry's just going to take over that damn game.
And last week, though, and if you're not following Therapist, go follow him. I'm pointing the wrong direction. This computer thing is crazy. No, if A.J. Brown didn't drop passes, he would have had explosive games. So, even though Derrick Henry is controlling that offense, which is obvious, and everybody knows that's going to happen, if A.J. Brown holds on to these balls, he's going to do what Therapist is saying he's going to do today, and I agree with him.
I'm rooting against him now. I like the guy. I'm a big fan of his game. But I'm rooting against him because all the trading I've done with him.
He's a big trade piece.
I flipped him and who was it? It was him, Dame Harris, and I think Corey Davis for Devontae Adams. So, that's a big deal. I gave up a lot in that deal.
You did. If you had the pieces, though, you could do it. If you had
I had the squad.
Yeah, and for other people, too, when you're making trades, if you have a good bench, you can give a little more to have the other person accept it to get If you drafted good and you have depth, give the other guy a little more to get your old.
Yeah, if my bench is super deep, I like to just keep an emergency option for my wide receivers that I trust and an emergency option for my running backs that I trust. If all my people go down past that, I was screwed anyway. So if I have extra guys that are really good on my bench, like I had Darrell Henderson and Dame Harris on my bench, trade Darrell Henderson. You know what I mean? And keep Dame Harris as my emergency or whatever it was at the time.
Right.
Here's a little good advice. If you guys haven't won this year, it's okay because we're here to help you. Pay attention. TD's letting people know.
Well, don't listen to me. I'm 0-2 in the Warzone League.
I have Julio, so I need AJ to be the wide receiver 2 on that team. Yeah, and that's what people are. I really want to see Joe and Mike watching it. We are. Hey, let me make this announcement right now. We got a couple people on the screen. Let me make this announcement. Next Sunday, not only will I be live here, and whoever wants to join me can. Mike wants to join me. You want to join me, Scotty, for a little bit? I'll be live all day Sunday next week, all day on the Warzone Sports Network, live all day Sunday. And then I will turn around and be live for the Monday night game, Raiders-Chargers.
Don't bleep out the cursing.
Joe's going to the marathon.
I want to see hats thrown. I want to see tables tossed. Get the table, Joe.
We are doing Charger, Raiders, all week long. Fernando Ramirez from Sports Illustrated will be coming on our show multiple times. We'll get some more Charger beat writers. Maybe we'll get Gilbert Mazzano. We'll get some people on here, and we're gonna go Charger Raider week all week. So get ready for it, guys.
Good call, Phil.
Yeah, next Sunday, live all day. All day. Thank you, Samuel Sports.
Loyal fans like you, my man.
Yeah, he's a big part of it. He's probably out of the 100,000. He's at least 1,000 of those views. Just Same Old Sports alone.
I love it. I love it, man. We appreciate it. AJ been getting the target so far. Guy just needs to catch and score. I agree with you, therapist.
Exactly what he told me. Yeah, this is exactly what Scotty said.
What's good? What's up, homie? The shine on the baldness is incredible.
This is Lewis, the guy who's sending the prize picks.
Oh,
Lewis, we are rooting for you today because here's your prize picks right here. He took Kareem Hunt over 1 touchdown. So one touchdown for Kareem Hunt, 1 touchdown for Kamara, a touchdown for Tyreek Hill, over 55.5 rushing yards for Eckler, and under 18.5 rushing yards for Mahomes.
Kareem Hunt. Where's Kareem Hunt on there? Am I tripping?
I don't see him.
That's Zeke.
Oh, it says Ezekiel Elliott. I can't read.
He said,
today, Junior.
He read Ezekiel Elliott, said Kareem Hunt. We're rooting for you.
I have a high school education, guys. So
Stop picking on.
I never said I could read.
Just a slow start.
I think
therapist knows his stuff, my man.
Yeah, he'll get there.
Julio and that.
I need more therapy than football, though.
Julio gave me some vibes.
Spider, you can't do that. You can't do that.
No, Spider, hate everyone else.
That is probably against every rule right there. You cannot be a 49er fan and your second team be the Raiders. Absolutely no.
You can't be any fan and your second team be the Raiders.
I will open up for the opposite, though. As a Washington fan before last season, I did appreciate the Jets because both our franchises were jokes. The Jets and Washington have been jokes for 20 years, so I understood the pain of Jets fans. But Washington actually, after the hire of Ron Rivera,
a sailor recognizes a sailor.
Because as a Raider fan, I'm obligated to hate certain teams: the Broncos, the Chargers, the Chiefs, the 49ers, and the Cowboys. Obligated. Pittsburgh is probably almost getting close on that list. So I'm just saying, like, as a 49er fan, I'm sure as a 49er fan, you're supposed to hate Raider fans as well, along with your division. So you can't have them as your second favorite team. It just doesn't work.
Exactly.
No,
I feel like a Washington fan rooting for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So glad Mike recommended me here from TikTok.
TikTok squad.
Yeah, we love you coming every week, TDs. We love TDs.
Yeah, we love Top Dog Sports. But yeah, you got to tell everyone else over there on TikTok. They don't listen to me when I say TikTok's the secondary platform for content. I know I got a big following over there. Right here on the Warzone Sports Network is where we make the best content.
How many people you have following you on TikTok, Mike?
53.5K, I think.
Woo! 3,000 followers for this guy.
I do a lot of
shaking in my
If you guys are following, I can't even sniff this guy's jock strap. That's how
well speaking of TDs, that's how you do it.
TDs. Yeah. We've been talking about this all day. Javonte Williams breakout is supposed to happen today, hopefully. I'll be sitting there crying while it happens because I did trade him.
The therapist is reading my notes, I think.
Yeah. Therapist he's watching the show, went back and watched it, and then trying to act like no, I'm just kidding. Therapist knows what he's talking about.
My therapist definitely knows what he's talking about, but I think we share the same brain. So
someone offered me Robert Woods, Pittman Jr., Najee Harris for Javonte Williams, Scary Terry, and Montgomery. Should I make the trade? No.
I wouldn't do it.
Wait.
I'm not as high on Najee as everyone is. I just think the Steelers' line is too bad.
He's getting Robert Woods, Pittman, and Harris, but he has to give up Williams, Terry, and Montgomery.
But Joe, hear me out here. I'd take Scary Terry over Robert Woods. Would you? Or
yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Pittman might be on his bench with the way you draft. With the way you drafted, Pittman's your bench player. You're trading then Najee Harris for Javonte Williams and Montgomery.
But he's getting the back end of it, right?
Yeah, he would lose
Someone will
Javonte
be
Terry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, no, I'm with you guys then. The better of the deal is Javonte Williams, Gary Montgomery.
Yes.
So you would be getting hurt.
I think it's wide.
Joe,
I think
we both, with our education, way off.
Yeah,
we're
The reading's atrocious.
the winner is a wide gap in my opinion in that deal too. I think the guy getting Montgomery, Terry, and Javonte are winning by a lot. I think Javonte, I'm with you guys. I think he's going to be an RB1 starting very soon. Very, very soon.
I don't know about the advice. Let me explain this to RC, please. I did a post about this in week 1. People picked on my mistake, but they ignored the 9 I got right. So out of 10, we're not perfect, right? Joe and I, we're not perfect.
And
out of 10, I'll get 8 right. You guys are going to jump on my 2. Okay, whatever, Rob.
And RC, we hate James White. Yeah. We will not give James White any props on this show. James White has nothing coming from the Warzone Sports Network. He ripped Mike off when Mike was 16 years old, and James White, we will never. James White could go off for 250 yards and 5 touchdowns, and we'll still come on here and say, James White, you suck.
Yes.
And I will say this also, I am not undefeated in fantasy.
Yes, no, that's true. I lose sometimes too. And we are going to be right over 80% of the time, but I have to admit, I apologize, everybody. We're not perfect.
I do got one of these, though.
Yeah, I have a couple of those.
I will have one
dusty somewhere.
I'll have one soon that says GOAT on it. And I don't care if I have to start getting my hit list going to get there.
Try to tell your grandpa to shoot some tickets over this way. What's up?
Guys.
I know a few big Raiders fans.
Absolutely. I won't wear shoulder pads with thorns on them, though.
I like the
we know
RC.
I like the emoji.
A lot of the beats for us.
He probably does like just like we're 80% right. RC is 80% of the hype of our shows in the beats.
Oh no, we love the loyalty, RC. We get it. We're on the same boat.
I love the emoji.
He is a Patriots fan. He is a Patriots fan, so.
You don't even go to the punch.
We hate you because you win all the time. I got my music, y'all, on my channel.
Yeah, we will be live. We will be live for Sunday Night Football.
Yes, Sunday Night Football. We will be. Yes. TD's. Check out TD's music. TD's.
What wouldn't you do, therapist? You know what you should do, except my trade. Mike's
Mike, you got a better career than James.
James White makes a little bit more money than Mike, I think.
I would run James White over if he was in front of me. I would run him over.
Yeah. What position did you play, Mikey?
I played corner. So not running back, but I'm still running him over.
Yeah.
Mike had a great career overseas, and now he's just a flag football competitor.
Yeah. I've retired. I've hung up
he
the
doesn't
helmet.
have Super Bowl rings like James White, but you know what he does have? Graphic design. He can better graphic designs than James White.
I got 5 rings for James White. This is the 5 rings I got for James White.
If you guys want to hit up James White, Sweet, what is his name? Sweet Feet, what? On Instagram? Hit up James White. Tell him the Warzone Sports wants him on here. Bring him on. Come on during your bye week, and you apologize to Mike live on the air.
And scroll down to his James White Super Bowl graphic and tell him this is fucking Mike on the Mike's graphic. Give him his credit. That's what I want.
If you guys don't watch the Warzone, if you guys haven't been watching the Warzone Sports Network, here's a short story of it. Mike made a graphic after the Super Bowl of James White when he had a great Super Bowl performance. Anyways, he sent it. He posted it. James White took Mike's logo off of it, put somebody else's on there, reposted it. Didn't give Mike credit for it. There you go.
He's a great guy. And I DM'd him. He left me on red. He read it. It said "Seen by James White" or "Sweet Feet," whatever the hell his username is.
Can we screenshot my face right now and you can make the cartoon of that, Mike? It's fabulous. It looks fabulous.
Hey,
when you shave the beard, we'll make the cartoon.
I like this little tilt. Just a little tilt.
Word up, homie. I'm not going to do any signs. Mac Jones season, baby. Therapist, we're in the same Warzone Sports League. I actually almost picked Mac Jones over Big Ben as my second quarterback in that league. I was between those two, but I went with
Joe, complete my heart.
You got to do it.
Other one.
But hold on.
Oh, open it up, Joe. Open it up the hand.
I'm not smart enough.
My brain is hurting me.
We tried.
I got you, bro.
I quit pretty quick. I quit pretty easy on that. 49ers or Packers? Packers all day. But this is where I come in, where I told you can't be a Raider fan and Niner fan, because I will go for the other team over the 49ers 9 out of 10 times.
That's a good game. I'm looking forward to this game.
It's gonna be a good one. Yep.
Yeah.
We have a couple really good games this weekend.
I actually put this as my game of the week on Instagram.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, you got the Packers.
I'm taking the Packers, and then somebody hit me up in my DMs, and they're like, "Why are you taking the Packers?" I trust the Packers offense a little bit more. I know they're banged up. They're banged up on offensive line. It's going to be horrible. But when it comes down to it, I think the secondary of the Niners doesn't match up with Devontae Adams, and Aaron Jones is going to have another big game, in my opinion. So I'm going with the Packers.
If you're betting on this game, I bet the team that's not favored. That's getting the plus.
The Packers are the underdogs, right?
Call me crazy. I think the Packers are the underdogs because they're playing in San Fran. But I think, in my opinion, that 49ers secondary is going to be getting a little sketchy. They were one Jason Verrett injury away, and I was saying it in the offseason. They were one Jason Verrett injury away from not having a guy that can cover a one receiver. So they don't have a corner right now, to me, in my eyes, that can step up and cover Devontae Adams and stand any chance. And only some of the best in the league even stand a chance already as it is.
Sean, sing the song.
I will never let it go. I am a grudge holder. I will hold grudges against James White, Peyton Manning, and there's a few more. That referee for that one finals game for the rest of my life.
His name is Tony Brothers.
Tony Brothers. Never remember his name, but if I saw him, I would recognize him and I would dive at his knees.
And that Peyton Manning argument is for another show because I love Peyton Manning.
Oh, there's much more reasons.
yeah, I hear. Oh, okay.
Anyway.
I got to move this week. If I beat him, I'm afraid of what he'll do. He does. He might have a pitchfork.
Who's undefeated?
Who will go to your house, therapist, and he'll get you?
See the memes that he sent me?
Javante is going to help you win.
Javante, that's the guy. That's the last one, Joe. We hit them all.
I wish I had Javante.
Yeah. We actually hit them all.
Somebody just sent me a text message. He said, would you go Madison or Chris Carson today?
Seahawks are playing who?
I think they're playing each other, right?
Minnesota.
Chris Carson is one of those guys that's boring, but he puts up numbers. Chris Carson.
That's what I told him. I said go Chris Carson. That's
Chris Carson over Madison. This will be on next week, too. Chris Carson
over Madison. Lock it in. Oh, no dancing? Okay.
Come on, Mikey.
Come on, Mikey.
I was looking at the comments. This is probably the last one, guys.
Waddle, one job, Mike. One job.
Waddle, Mooney, or Patrick?
Full PPR. A lot of people talking about Mooney this morning.
Yeah, because Fields loves him. I don't know why, but Fields, every time he's in there, just goes to Mooney.
You know who's going to have a good game? Cole Kmet.
Yeah.
And Tim Patrick. I'm going Tim Patrick.
I'm going Tim Patrick in this one.
There we go.
There it is. Tim Patrick.
That's a good way to close it.
He doesn't have to throw the hat this time.
Because I got to go and set my lineup.
It's okay. Sometimes things happen for a reason. Yes, sir. Carson's safer. Madison has a higher ceiling, but never trust him to produce what Cook can produce.
Oh, no way.
That's what I like.
Boy, therapist.
That's why you need to be on the show.
We are getting close to game time, guys. We have to go set our lineups. We appreciate it. It's been a great show, like always, every Sunday. Like I already made the announcement, next Sunday, live all Sunday. All Sunday games will be here for you, and we'll turn around and do the Chargers Raiders. Mind-blowing. Do bye week start next week?
I think so, yeah. So we will be live from the wake-up call till the taps, lights out, everybody. So get ready for that.
Starting at 6 more challenging.
Yeah, that's true.
I like it.
I could be wrong. I think Maybe with the extra season, I think this bye weeks get kicked back one more. But last year they would start at 4. But it looks like no team has a bye, so I am wrong. So actually, bye weeks got kicked back. Pretty good. Cool. I like that. My bad. I apologize, guys.
We will be live tonight for Sunday Night Football and tomorrow for Monday Night Football. Woof, woof.
So, as you guys can tell, we're ready. It's been a great show. Appreciate it. We'll be live tonight, Sunday Night Football. 49ers, Packers. We'll be here. Anybody, therapist, anybody wants to join us, let us know. Other than that,
Is a wrap.
good luck on your games today, guys.
Good luck, guys.
I'll hit the intro.